In this video, I'm going to discuss the Kittch platform and why the Mighty Networks platform might be a better solution for you. Kittch is a live streaming platform targeted at chefs and culinary enthusiasts, and I'm going to be referencing a Fast Company article that they wrote about Kittch and just kind of doing a basic feature comparison between Kittch and Mighty Networks and to help you figure out which platform really would make sense if you're a chef or just a serious home cook who wants to make money online with your cooking skills. The platform is a 24/7 live stream of cooking classes, wine tastings, brewery tours, recipe trials, documentary-style videos, and any type of live feed that chefs and brands want it to be. Okay, nothing revolutionary there. Live streaming is not new. You can live stream to all the social media platforms, and if you want to individually, you can, natively stream to any of them: LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, whatever. And if you want to live stream to multiple platforms, you can use tools like Ecamm, Restream, StreamYard to stream to multiple platforms at one time. So there's nothing here that Kittch is offering that you don't already have access to. So let's keep going. It also provides a way for chefs to add new revenue streams and grow the digital side of their business. This is huge. The pandemic has really impacted chefs, and it's still impacting chefs even though they don't talk about it in the news. And taking your business online is a way to, it's a tremendous opportunity for a lot of chefs, and they just don't know how to do it. And Kittch is presenting itself as a solution to that. And I don't think it's going to be the solution that many people are looking for. So digitizing your knowledge, you already have the ability to do that. You can already live stream a cooking show. You can already monetize a live streamed cooking show or pre-recorded cooking show. Using the Mighty Networks platform is the example that I'm using, but there are other, that's my favorite platform, but there are other platforms that you can do the same thing. You can create a paid membership community where people are monthly subscribers and they pay you. You can offer online courses inside that community. In the context of cooking, an online course would be your digital cookbook. Well, one example, you put a bunch of recipes in an online course, and that's a digital cookbook. You can also have a true online course where you're actually teaching basic knife skills to the home cook or some other entry-level stuff. You can also teach, if you know how to open a restaurant, for example, you can create a class or a series of classes around that online course, or how to open a food truck. These are also programs that you can use to create a coaching program, a high-ticket coaching program. Maybe taking somebody, step by step through launching their restaurant is something that you teach and charge people $5,000, $10,000 a month, whatever you want to charge. Somebody who has the dream to open a restaurant and they are so far away from actually being able to implement that dream because they just don't know. Well, that's extremely valuable knowledge. We all know the tremendous failure rate of restaurants. That's a program that you can charge a lot of money for to help somebody avoid losing a lot more money because they didn't know what they were doing and open a restaurant that was doomed to fail because they didn't know what they were doing. That's an option. That's a coaching program that you can run inside your Mighty Network, in addition to your online courses, your cookbook, as well as your monthly membership fee that people are paying, monthly or annual. So digitizing, creating a digital revenue streams, you already have the ability to do that. You don't need Kittch for that. So I'm going to keep going in this article. Chefs can opt to stream content for free on their channels or charge viewers via tokens called clams for special experiences and classes. Viewers can also tip chefs with clams at any time, and an e-commerce feature is being worked on. There will also be opportunities for brand partnerships and sponsorship deals. Okay, this clams and tokens stuff, I'm not with that. Why can't it just be dollars? They pay in dollars, you get paid in dollars. Like, why we got to do a currency conversion? Clams, that's like, this is a platform targeted at adults, grown chefs, busy professionals. These people are insanely busy. I get it, trying to gamify, make it fun, but when we got to do currency conversions, don't play with people's money. Don't gamify that part. Let the game be played with dollars. And we find other ways to make it fun and interesting. There will also be opportunities for brand partnerships and sponsorship deals. You already have opportunities for brand partnerships and sponsorship deals. You ever heard of this lady called Tabitha Brown? Her big break came from creating a video on Facebook about it was a vegan breakfast sandwich at Whole Foods.
So I went in there. I was like, I'm going to put myself on a little Uber break, give me a little breakfast. And I went in and got a sandwich. I had never heard of vegan bacon at that time. Mm-hmm. And that was the sandwich, the TTLA. And ate the first half. And I was like, oh, shoot, I need to do a video to tell people I found a new vegan option. So I did the video sitting in my car. And I went on back to drive an Uber. When I got home and I turned my notifications on, my phone was like going crazy. I was like, who watching this video? The video had like 50,000 views. And I was like...
On Facebook?
On Facebook. Yeah. And the next morning, it had over 100 and some thousand. And I told my husband, I said, I think I'm going viral. And he was like, what that mean? I was like, I don't know. He's like, was you going to make some money? I was like, I don't know. And 4 days later, Whole Foods DM'd me on Facebook. And they were like, we saw your video. We'd love to partner with you. And I partnered with them. That was like my first partnership. The sandwich was like something that had never happened for Whole Foods. The sandwich was only available in the Southern California region. Mm-hmm. But after the video, people were requesting it nationwide. So in 30 days, they rolled it out all over the nation. And it became like, it was like my sandwich. I had also changed the name of the sandwich because in my excitement, I said the name of the sandwich wrong. So they changed the name of the sandwich to TTLA. Yeah. And so I changed their market for them. It had never been done. And I think Steve said over 30 years. He was like, how did you do that? I also gave them a new customer.
And so you changed their market.
Right. So they had, Whole Foods was not a place where Black people were shopping. Right? Especially not like my following, right? Which grew overnight. There were churches in the South taking buses to go to the nearest Whole Food together to try the sandwich. People were planning trips to go to Whole Foods because like where I'm from, there's no Whole Foods. Mm-hmm. You got to drive about 45 minutes to an hour. Mm-hmm. And so I was giving them that and it sold out every day for 9 months straight. Like they couldn't keep it in stock. Even the bacon, that company reached out.
It's Tempe bacon?
Yeah, it was tempeh. Mm-hmm.
Tempe bacon, tomato, lettuce, and avocado.
Yep.
TTLA.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I put a little pickle on it. Okay.
Don't forget that. How could I forget the pickle?
But yeah, so that's what began this part of Tab. And I realized, I was like, oh, wait, I can really make money doing this.
And because of her video, it was a regional sandwich. It was somewhere in California, just a regional sandwich in that part of California. And Whole Foods had to roll that sandwich out nationwide because of the demand that she created for it. That became her first brand partnership, which opened the door for everything else. She did that with a Facebook video. Again, I don't see what Kittch is offering here that you cannot already do yourself and make more money in the process. So let's keep going. Food and cooking is a $500 billion market that generates billions of dollars of commerce driven by content. Again, that market opportunity is already here for you. You already are able to tap into that market. You could launch a YouTube channel. YouTube is the best platform for monetization. You get paid from from the AdSense once you're able to get your subscribers up to a certain number and a certain number of watch time, which you have a huge advantage at with being a food industry professional or just a great cook. People are going to watch the recipe all the way through. So you're going to have high watch time on your videos because people need to watch it all the way through to follow with you and follow along with you and prepare the dish. So that is a revenue stream, the ad revenue from YouTube. YouTube also has the membership options now where you can provide people with a way to pay you to get additional access. So not even talking about Mighty Networks, this is just a straight up social media platform, YouTube, that has monetization features built in that you already can take advantage of. So again, I'm struggling to see what Kittch is offering that you don't already have. Kittch doesn't have pre-roll ads or any kind of traditional advertising. Instead, the business model is built around brand sponsorships that chefs can also participate in, and revenue shares between Kittch and creators on premium or paywall content. Soon there will also be an online marketplace where users can buy tools that chefs are using or ingredient boxes for meals. Here too, there is potential for chefs to receive a revenue split for an ingredient box or a fish fry basket they recommend using, and for brands to hawk their products. Again, you already can do this. America's Test Kitchen. Do your version of that. Review kitchen tools, kitchen appliances, or whatever you want to review. And if you get good at it and you're consistent at it, you will eventually create an opportunity for yourself for a brand partnership. You already have the ability to do this. So again, I don't see what Kittch is doing here. And if you were to create your own community inside Mighty Networks, which is what I recommend, because if you're going to do all of this work to be successful on Kittch, which I'm going to discuss in a minute, you can just do that with something that you own. Imagine building a community that you own where you have all of these food enthusiasts. The attractiveness of that to a brand, as opposed to you just being another voice in a sea of voices, because on Kittch, their objective is to have 10,000 to 20,000 chefs on the platform. Well, guess what? With that many chefs, you're going to have to do some serious marketing to be competitive. And I think many people would be joining Kittch thinking that it would be the marketing solution that they're looking for, when in fact, you're going to have to do just as much marketing work as you would otherwise. The difference is you're doing it to promote Kittch instead of doing it to promote something that you own. If you're starting from scratch, why not put all that time and energy into promoting something that you actually own? The immediacy that Kittch provides is perhaps its greatest innovation for chefs. Content creation is at a chef's fingertips via a mission-controlled dashboard that allows them to set up and distribute their streams and create closed or open environments for users. They can notify followers that they're about to go live with a recipe test, for example, and even download a recipe to be attached to the stream. So again, I don't see anything here that you can't already do. You can go live, you can notify people, and there's an important language here. They can notify followers that they're about to go live. When you have the best relationship you can have with your customers or potential customers is to have their email address so you can communicate directly with them. With Mighty Networks, you have the email address of every person who joins your community because you own the platform. On Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitch, Kittch, probably. I seriously doubt it's going to be different than any of the others. On LinkedIn, you don't have access to the email addresses because you don't own the platform. You are a user on that platform. You are the product that they're selling. That's a very simple way to determine whether or not you have true ownership or not, is do you have access to the email addresses, because the email addresses are gold. Email marketing has a 40x return on investment compared to social media marketing. When you have a Mighty Network, you have the email addresses of all your community members. So when you send out a notification to everybody, it gets delivered to their inbox. That type of direct relationship is the highest value relationship you can have. And if you were to decide that you want to leave Mighty Networks at some point and go to another platform or whatever, you do an export. You take all your email addresses with you. When you leave Facebook, what do you leave with? When you leave Instagram, what do you leave with? When you leave Kittch, what are you going to leave with? Probably the same thing, nothing. Because you don't own that relationship, because you don't own the platform. So the ability to notify followers, that's a very important word. If you're going to go to the effort to build a following on Kittch, why not go to the same effort to build your own platform? Again, they're looking to put 10,000 to 20,000 chefs on there. You are going to have to compete for people's attention. How is that any different than having to compete for people's attention on the general internet at large? So yeah, that's the end of the article. So yeah, that's really why I think many chefs would do well to consider Mighty Networks as opposed to Kittch, because I don't see how it's going to solve the marketing problem that I believe that many of these folks are coming to Kittch to solve. A lot of folks are looking for the easy button when it comes to marketing. Oh, I can just do this thing and then I'll get all this business. It never works like that. Kittch is no different than Instagram or Facebook or any other social media platform. You are going to have to compete for attention, and then you're going to have to try to monetize those people. And if you're starting from scratch, I just don't see the benefit of starting from scratch on Kittch compared to starting from scratch with Mighty Networks. The math so with a Mighty Network, let's say you charge people $10 a month to get access to your cooking community. All you need is 100 people, and that's $1,000 a month. So we're not talking about building up a following of tens of thousands of people or 100,000 or a million. If you have 100 people paying you $10 a month, that's $1,000 a month. You get 1,000 people, that's $10,000 a month. And if you charge more, you charge $20, $30, $50 a month for your community, the money just adds up. And also with the additional features of being able to create the digital products, online courses, digital cookbooks, being able to create a coaching program and train people interactively, charge for live streams, whatever you want. Like any way you want to monetize your knowledge, you can do that inside a Mighty Network, and you keep all the money. You control the relationship with your clients because you have their email addresses, and you keep all the money. There's no revenue sharing or profit split or whatever. You keep all the money. You call the shots. It's your kitchen. You run it how you see fit. You design it how you see fit. You deliver the food experience to people as you see fit, rather than being one of 10 or 20,000 voices screaming for attention. You have your own private community where you are the star of the show. People are there to see you. And that's also going to deliver a better experience for a lot of the consumers, because there is an audience for what Kittch is offering, but there's another audience that doesn't have time for all that. They're not interested in a 24/7 live stream. And by the way, to be competitive on Kittch, if the other chefs are doing a live stream every day, how do you compete with that if you don't have the time and energy to do it? Because this is a food industry. You got a lot of work to do. So where's the money come from, really, if you don't have the time to do the amount of live streaming that's necessary to generate that type of revenue that you're signing up thinking that you're going to get? That's demanding on you as well as demanding on the consumer, having all this stuff to go through. Some folks just want more time from you. They want to learn from you. They have a busy life as well. Busy adults. They got kids they're taking care of. Some people got kids they're taking care of and their parents they're taking care of. They don't have time to see every episode or watch, 100 videos a week. They just want one recipe a week from you, one good recipe a week. And that's their quiet time. That's their meditation time, their me time, where they just enjoy you cooking and teaching and doing what you do. And they participate in the community of other people that you've assembled, where it's just food done your way. And you can, for many people, many busy adults, that one recipe a week is the right number, and they will pay you $10, $15, $20, $50 a month. And for some additional access, some people will pay more because they really enjoy it and this is their thing. And just that, creating that kind of sanctuary, there's a lot of value in that. And The same effort that it would take for you to be successful on Kittch, you can apply that same effort to building your own platform and make so much more money. It's just so much more profitable to own rather than to be driving traffic. Because on Kittch, you got to drive traffic to their website, kittch.com/your name. You're telling people to go there. Here's where I am. I'm doing all these live streams. So you're sending people to a link. Why send them to a link, somebody else's link, when you could be sending them to yourname.com? And then once you're inside Kittch, you got to compete against all these other chefs. So you're still having to do a whole bunch of marketing to be competitive. You got to do all of that work anyway. Why not do it and point them at a community that you own? So that's why I think for many chefs, a Mighty Network is a better solution for producing the outcome that you want than joining Kittch. And I just wanted to present that as an option. And that's something that I can help you with. I can teach you how to create your own cooking show if you don't know how to do it. And we're not talking about 1 or 2 episodes. I'm talking about 50 episodes a year, which is what you're really going to have to do if you want to build an online business, a consistent revenue stream out of your cooking skills with a cooking show. You got to show up every week. So that's what I can teach you how to do. Not just create a show where you make 1 or 2 episodes, but create a system where you're able to put out an episode every week. And then once you have that in place, let's go on and monetize it with those other things that I was talking about. Your membership subscriptions, your digital cookbooks, your online courses, your coaching programs, all of that I can help you with. Taking your knowledge and turning it into an online business, which if you're serious about it, that can be your sole source of income. Like, you don't have to stand in the hot kitchen all day anymore if you don't want to. You can make that. We're talking about building a subscription business, basically the Netflix model. You get paid a little bit of money by a whole lot of people. You got quite a bit of money on your hands, and you can do that with just 1 recipe per week. And that's what I teach you how to do. I have a 5-day challenge to teach you how to create your cooking show. And that's the foundation, and we build from there. So if you're interested in that, check the link in the description box, and I'll see you inside my community where I train people how to turn their knowledge into an online business. So hopefully this was useful, and I'll see you in the next video.